Hi guys, welcome to Great Foundation. My name is David Ojika and we have a wonderful, beautiful guest. So, young woman, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Oyin.
That's all.
Yes, that's all.
Cool. Her name is Oyin. That's all. Let's just say this session is just a special. Alright, before we go further, please subscribe to my channel, like and share. You need to share, you have to. Don't be stingy. So this session we are just going to take our time to elaborate on how powerful God is. That's what we are just going to be doing in this video. I sent our wonderful sister here a list of some titled occurrences that has happened in the Bible. So she's going to give us the highlight of the topic and we are just going to scramble on it and elaborate on how powerful God is. So that's what we are going to be doing. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Thank you very much. So let's start off.
Okay, the first title is Avatar, Moses the Last Airbender. And the Bible verses there are from Exodus 14, 21 to 31.
Moses the Avatar. This title is talking about the miracle God performed where God parted the Red Sea. I titled it The Last Airbender because apparently what happened was that God instructed Moses to stretch out his arms with the rod. He was going to let the Israelites find a path. And now the funny thing is the Bible records that it was a strong wind from the east that actually blew the Red Sea to divide into two. And the miracle was so outstanding because when I researched, I found out the depths of the Red Sea. The depth of the Red Sea is actually, yes, that deep. It happened because God said it was going to happen. You know, that miracle stands out to be like one of the most talked about miracles.
Yes, of course.
Actually crazy. I can't imagine a whole ocean just divided into two. And then at the perfect time when all the Israelites went, they were all safe and all that.
Yes.
Then everything just came
Like
from
nothing about.
You understand? That's that about Moses, the Avatar, last airbender. So what's the next title?
The next one we have here is Amaterasu incident. Really? Elijah Uchiha.
What's the Bible passage?
1 Kings 18 verses 30 to 38.
Okay, 1 Kings what?
18 verses 30 to 38.
Alright, so I named this now let me talk. Let me talk to my people. So I named this particular miracle that happened. Amaterasu incident, alright, and apparently the Uchiha behind it was Elijah. So in this way now, first of all, let me explain what Amaterasu is. You watch anime, right? So you must have watched Naruto. So in Naruto, Sasuke has this ability. Sasuke and Itachi, they have this ability of casting black flames to their opponent, and it's called Amaterasu. Now, these black flames cannot go off or cannot be extinguished until their target totally turns to ashes. So now, let's explain that occurrence. Wait, now, why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah.
Elijah was having a challenge, like a bet with prophets of Baal.
Okay.
Prophets, in the sense, I think there were more than 100, I can't remember. There were more than 50 prophets of Baal. And then Elijah was like, okay, you know what? I will call my God, you will call your God. We will both raise altars.
Yeah.
And if your God answers and all that, the thing that will happen is your sacrifice on the altar will burn.
Okay.
So the one, so you've read about that story, right? So the one that has the altar burnt is the winner. The other one that the altar is not, because now they can't use torches or matches. They can't use any source of fire. It has to come from up. Now that was the bet. It turns out that the prophets of Baal actually prayed to their God for more than 2 nights, 2 days and 2 nights, and they were even cutting themselves, but then nothing happened. There was no fire. But then Elijah did something crazy.
What did Elijah?
Wait now. So he set his altar.
Yes.
He placed everything to wood and the sacrifice. Now what he now told the people that were setting it up for him was they should pour water on top of the altar. Like, you know, the altar like bricks of, like they'll arrange bricks and all that, then on top of it will be wood. So practically speaking, the altar was filled with water. They said they soaked the wood with water. They soaked the sacrifice with water. So practically there was no source of fire and everything was soaked with water.
Yeah.
But as Elijah prayed, brethren, as Elijah prayed, Amaterasu, or as we call it, the fire of the Holy Ghost came down and consumed not only the sacrifice, consumed the sacrifice that was wet, so consumed the wood and consumed the bricks that were used to make the altar. And you know what? The Bible went further to say the fire licked the water. It was soaking all of the things that were made up.
The fire licked the water.
That was what was recorded. You understand? So it was that powerful.
Alright, so the next one is stopped time.
What's the Bible passage?
Joshua 10 verses 12 to 14.
What happened in this one? Okay. So this is what happened. You know, the Israelites were making their journey to the promised land.
Yes.
During the time of Joshua, there was more of war between the Israelites and other people that they would face along their journey. There was a particular set of people, like I think a country, they called themselves Gibeonites. So it was a country named Gibeon. They were already afraid of Joshua and the Israelites, so they were like, okay, you know what, let's go and seek refuge from them, let's make alliance with them. So they did. Apparently, the other people that were after Joshua and the Israelites now heard that this country is even making an alliance with these people. Yeah. So that means they are enemies too. So you know what? They now went to attack Gibeon. Gibeon said he sent a word to Joshua, and Joshua came with his army and they started fighting. Already God assured Joshua. He records that God told him that the victory is yours, just go and conquer them. You understand? The battle continued. And Joshua made a bold step and he said, God, let the sun remain here and let the moon remain somewhere. I can't remember the place. And you know the funny thing, the sun remained where it was and did not move. It's actually waited until the battle finished. Now there is when I was trying to research this thing, I was trying to reason how possible this thing is. Now you know the moon orbits around the earth.
Yes.
But the earth is one that orbits around the sun. So now, how is it possible for the sun to remain one place unless God stopped time in such a way that the planet was not orbiting and the moon wasn't